But first, the Metropolitan Police are being put under pressure to reopen a criminal investigation into John Worboys over dozens of alleged rapes that never came to trial. The former cab driver is due to be released after serving 8 years in prison for sexual offences, a move that has received widespread criticism. Our reporter Alicia Edwards has following the story. Alicia, talk us through the story and its latest developments.
Yeah, so John Worboys was convicted of a series of sexual assaults and one rape in 2009. Now, the parole board have granted his release because they say that he's no longer a threat, according to their guidelines. But while the black cab driver has been in prison, he's been linked to a further 83 crimes. Now, the parole board can't take any of those into consideration when deciding whether he's eligible for release because he hasn't actually been convicted of those crimes. Now, there has been renewed pressure on the police in recent days to reopen those cases and for them to be heard. The Metropolitan Police have responded to this, saying, as no new information has been received at this time, there is currently no live investigation. Should any further information come to light, it will be fully investigated.
It's a particularly hot topic. A group of MPs have formed over the issue. What are they asking for? Yeah,
so 58 MPs have signed a letter to the Justice Secretary calling for all his potential victims to have their cases heard. Now, they've also expressed concerns about the fact that the victims of his crimes were not given warning about his impending release. One of the MPs who signed the letter is Sir Ed Davey, and he says that lessons need to be learnt from this case.
I think the public are really worried that, first of all, the victims weren't told ahead of this decision becoming public, and secondly, worried about how the decision itself was made. No one's questioning the independence of the judiciary or the parole board system. However, did they have all the information? There's 102 allegations against this convicted rapist. Were those considered? And if not, why not? We've got to have people's confidence in the system, both the overall criminal justice system and the system of the parole board. So we need to learn the lessons from this and make sure this case is properly handled and future cases are.
So, in the coming days, the chairman of the parole board, Nick Hardwick, is expected to be summoned to the House of Commons to explain how he came to this decision and also to explain why the victims were not warned about his impending release.
Alicia Edwards, thank you very much indeed. A story we'll be following closely here at London Live News.